is important. 50% of all marriages end up in divorce. And it's a problem. It's really, really a big problem, because a lot of people these days do not believe in marriage. And marriage is very important. Not only important for the two individuals that are getting into the marriage, but for society and generations that follow. Because remember when I spoke about men running away from their responsibilities and families that are headed by single women? It is a result of this thing that I'm talking about, marriage not working these days. I'm not an expert, and I'm not going to talk as an expert in this issue. I'm just going to give my perspective on what I see around. Here's the thing, guys. I think women sometimes do not know what to ask. Women, you don't know how to ask or what to ask from a man. That's the problem. And we end up blaming each other for breaking each other's hearts. Meanwhile, it's the initial questions that you must ask that will either save you or put you in a trash mess. Here's what I'm talking about. What is that three worded sentence that makes everybody light up? All the women go all melting and just losing the world and losing control. I love you. It's nice to hear those words. But the problem is those words, man, are not helping anyone. Those words are not helping anyone. If they were helping anyone, you would be married right now. I'm not laughing, it's not funny. But I'm just saying that if those words were helping, if those words were very, very important, you would be married right now. But to show that those words are really not helping, how many exes do you have? Gosh, that question was painful, hey? And I'm not trying to expose or I'm trying to be polite here, guys. And this is from a sincere heart. From what I observe, we are living in a very hurt society. The people that we see walking are not happy, man. People are miserable. Why? Because of relationship with someone that ended bad. And that's because you are not able to ask the right questions. Doesn't matter what the guy did to you. Doesn't matter how he ran away, how fast he ran. Doesn't matter how the girl ran away, how the girl broke your heart and ripped you off. It doesn't matter. What's important is, what is the question you asked in the beginning? In the beginning, what is the question that you asked? I know by now you are confused. Like, get to the point, man. Get to the point. Okay, let me get to the point. Here's the thing, guys. Here is a question that's gonna save your life. This is to women, because usually, okay, this is to whoever who's approached, because these days, man, the women approach men, men approach women, like everybody approaches each other. But this is a question to those women who are waiting to be approached by a man. This is what you ask to a guy before you want to let him tell you that he loves you. Ask him, what do you want? When that guy tells you, hey man, I love you, and whatever it is, the speech, that whole love words, ask them, what do you want? What is it that you really want from me? Because that's the problem. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to shock you right now. Most guys do not know what they want from you. Or most guys know what they want from you, but they're not going to tell you. Why? Because if they tell you, you won't say yes. You probably run away. Because what they want is not what you want, and it's not what you want them to want. I'm telling you the truth. Men are not going to tell you what they want because they know you're not going to give them what they want. And essentially what they want is what you don't want. And the thing is, you think if they tell you that they love you and then you give them what they want, it's going to make them stay. But what has happened up to now? They told you they love you, right? And you went to bed with them, which is essentially what they want. And after that, what happened? They ran away because that is what they wanted, not what you wanted. But you realize that the moment you ask them, what do you want? For me, I think it's better to rather go into a situation where you know the right intentions of a person, and then you decide that I am gonna go into this relationship for what he told me he wants, instead of going into a relationship hoping that perhaps this is what he wants, assuming that perhaps this is what he wants. Because a majority, like a great percentage of women, when they go into relationship, their end goal is marriage. You want to see that ring, the proposal, right? But the majority of the men are not looking for that. Yeah. I don't know if the society is ready for this conversation, but that's the truth. That's the hardcore truth. The men you are dating right now. I'm joking. I'm joking, but it would be a nice exercise to just go to your guy and be like, hey man, I have a question for you. There's something we need to talk about. Actually, what do you want from this relationship or from me? Ask your guy. It's gonna be a mess. Guys, I'm laughing today. I'm making this a joke, but it's not a joke. It's very serious, man. I'm just trying to dilute the emotions here, because if I do hardcore seriousness, it's gonna be a mess. And I don't want to create a mess. I just want to open your eyes to the realities that you guys are not looking at. Here's the thing. Every woman wants to feel those emotions, those nice emotions, the oxytocin running in the body, feeling all nice, great when this guy tells you all these nice things. You see, men are engineered differently. We are created, and we are the parts that the joints, the wiring that's in us is way too different from the wiring that's in women, and both of them are special in their own way. But it's a matter of knowing how to connect these wires together, because they're not the same. We are not here for the same things, Bafwethu. We are not here for the same things. We are just coexisting, but whatever we are doing, Bafwethu, we don't understand. It's deep. So here's the invitation. It's an offer to say, when a guy asks you out, ask him, what do you want? What is it that you want? You'll see them mumbling because they don't know. All these small boys will start running away from you. But now you see, that's what you don't want. You want them to come to you. That's a problem, you see. We were advised from birth that, hey man, stay away from relationships. Stay away from relationships. We're taught every day, but nobody ever stays away. And I know I'm just talking right now. Right now I'm making sense. But tomorrow, you are back at it again. Because love is not a joke. Love moves. It's a powerful emotion, that thing. But at least I said it, and I offered an advice from a male perspective, and from what I know is happening out there. Because now here's the thing. Let me also help the guys. Okay, let me not help the guys. But here's the thing. Okay, let me also talk to the guys. Guys, you need to start being honest with what you want. And be willing to lose. Because the problem is you hold on to this future that you are painting in your head. You see yourself going to the union buildings with this girl, enjoying, having fun, before you even start talking to him or to her. Already you are married, you are done. And like you're not married, but already you are in a relationship, because marriage is not the one thing that you think about. I'm talking about most men. There is an age group for this, by the way. There is an age group for this. So I'm talking about anything, and I'm gonna generalize. Ne? It's not exactly as it is, but a high percentage. Between, like, from 30 going down. Be careful, ladies. Be super careful. I'm gonna tell you for free. Don't have to pay for this advice for free. 30 going down. Be careful, because that guy doesn't know what he wants. And he's not gonna tell you what he wants, because if he tells you, then you're not gonna accept him. That's the plain truth. So guys, start being honest to these sisters of ours. Me, I love them. I love the women. And I don't like it when you guys play with the women out there. So be honest with your intentions. Tell her that, hey man, I'm here to play, if you are there to play. Then give her the chance to say, no, I don't want to play. Or to say, yes, you just found me in that playing field. Let's play. But at least give her a chance to say yes or no. Instead of lying to her. Because you're lying to them. You tell them, you promise them the world. You promise them that you want to marry them. You promise them all these nice things. And you know that that's what they want to hear, essentially. So please, 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 tell them exactly what you want. And let the women decide what they want. But the other issue that's very important is the standards. Women, you need to start having standards. Standards that you first can actually meet before expecting the next guy to meet your standards. You see, you say, I have standards. Well, I don't go for guys like this. I don't go for guys like this. I want my guy to do this. But can you do the same thing for yourself? You see, there was this conversation that was happening somewhere. I just saw a video. It's a 30 seconds video where this woman was saying exactly what I'm saying right now. To say that girls have this thing of setting standards, saying, I want a guy like this. I want a guy like that. I want a guy to do this for me. But are you able to do those things for yourself? That's a very big question. If you're not able to do those things, why are you setting those standards? And how do you know if the guy is actually meeting those standards or not? That's why you settle for less, because your standards are not there. You say you have standards, but you have no standards. That's the issue. So have standards. Know that if you are in it for the long term, make it clear in the first place. And then now you see, I'm not saying there's not going to be heartbreaks, but it's going to be way better. And always be willing for the guy to tell you his side of the story by asking him, what do you want? Where is this going? What do you want from me? What do you want from this relationship? And how are you planning on sustaining it? And how are you planning on nurturing this relationship that you call a relationship? So yeah, free advice for everybody out there. Guys, be open, tell them the truth. Girls, be able to ask the right questions. What is it that you want? Last one, as I leave. Here's a nice question. Always ask them, if you were to date you, what is it that would make you break up with you? Still digesting, eh? I'm gonna say it's finished. If you were to date you, what is it that would make up break up with you? Until you find that you're not ready to get into a relationship. It's finished. Boom!